There are so many services that we offer that I would not only bore you if I explained about them all, but this video would probably be 2 hours long. So I just want to go through some of the key things that we offer and what I feel makes our service unique and also very personal to all of our couples. One of the most important things to me about our services is the initial consultation. I invite all of our couples along to my office so we can get a clear understanding of their expectations. We can understand both their personalities, their style, and then move on to talking about their venue. Often it's the case we've been to their venue many times, so we can offer advice and guidance on what's going to work best. But I'm always mindful that our couples are falling in love with their venue for the way it looks, so I don't want to transform their venue and make it something it's not. If a couple have chosen a barn or a castle or a country manor or a standard hotel, all of these venues are completely different, so we want to just work on the charms of the venue and enhance them, certainly not make them something they're not. Often when I'm sitting here with clients, I am showing them pictures and video directly from our business Facebook page, which of course they've got full access to as soon as they leave. In fact, I never ever do the hard sell when clients come to see me. It's all about information. I want to give them as much information as we possibly can and encourage them to go away, look at the business Facebook page, the website themselves, so they can make some real decisions on what's going to work for them. Because of course, you can't just decide on what you're going to do for your wedding in an hour sitting here together. You need to go away, digest it, email me with any other questions, call me with any other questions, and then we can discuss everything together. Over the last few years, I've worked tirelessly on our social media presence on both Facebook, Twitter, as well as other wedding websites such as Hitched. And I'm incredibly proud to say that in our sector, we are the most reviewed company in Kent on both Hitched and Facebook. And in most cases, we have got 50% more 5-star reviews than any other company in the sector. And I'm incredibly proud of that. So like I've already said, options are endless for clients, but I don't want to bore you today with all the different things you can have. I just want to home in on a few of the key elements that we do. One of the most important things is our pricing structure. I want it to be as clear as possible to each and every couple. We kind of demonstrate it as a stepped scheme. So the bottom step is your discotheque. The discotheque is the only part of our service that you actually will need. Everything else after that is a luxury item, so such as your mood lighting options, dance floors, all the way up to photo booths. They can all be added on, but you can see quite clearly how the price is going to be affected, so you remain in complete control of your budget. Two years ago, I introduced Event Hub, which has been incredibly popular, hence the weddings over the last few weeks that have all gone for the Event Hub option. I will explain a little bit more about Event Hub in a few moments, but before I do, I wanted to tell you about our brand new service. So what is our new service? Well, our new service uses one of these, and for the first time ever, it enables us to have interaction between your smartphone and your evening entertainment. So what's it called? Well, it's called Discologic Live. And let me tell you a bit about how it works. Now, Discologic Live has been launched with 4 key elements, which are up on the screen as we can see here. But the 4 key elements are the first dance choice, music you want to hear, last dance choice, and pick vault. And I'm just going to explain a bit about those 4 options now. So basically what will happen is all clients will get a set of instruction cards to give to their guests at their wedding breakfast, which would explain how their guests can log into the app. The app is compatible with every smartphone on the market, so hopefully everybody will be able to use it. Now, a lot of people, when I was doing market research for this, thought, oh, smartphones and weddings, but 90% of guests now have a smartphone at a wedding because they predominantly use it as their camera. So of course, if we can create something else exciting from their smartphone, that can only but be a positive thing. So basically, once the guests of the couple have downloaded Discologic Live onto their phone, they'll be able to open the app and use the service. Now, Discologic Live has been launched with 4 key services. First dance choice, music you want to hear, last dance choice, and pick vault. So I'd just like to explain a bit about all of those services. Through my market research and through just the couples that I speak to week in, week out, I'd probably say 75 to 80% of my couples that I talk to are not decided on their first dance. And they are either, they've got a few songs they like, maybe a couple, 2 or 3, or sometimes it's becoming more and more that people, they're a little bit more lax about the first dance, so they would like it to be a bit more of a fun moment of the night. So basically, for the first time ever, when the guests press the first dance choice, our couple can give us 2 or 3 options that they would like to do, and then throughout the wedding breakfast and up until the first dance in the evening, their guests can vote for exactly what song they would like them to do, and then the DJ is presented with a graph so he can see exactly what song their guests would like their couple to do. The next option of Discologic Live is Music Select. Now, of course, already we've had our couple fill in request sheets naming their must plays, nice to hears, please don't play, and of course we can take requests on the night, but for the first time ever, our guests can go on their smartphones and they can select a genre. If they were standing there thinking, oh, I'd love to hear 80s. So they can go on Music Like to Hear, select 80s, make the selection, and then the most popular style of music is generated on the graph so that we can see exactly what the most popular style of music requested at any one time in a room is. For the first time ever, it's complete interaction with the crowd. Our bride and groom would have already have given us their choices on what songs they would like to finish on, and throughout the evening our guests can vote for exactly what song they would like to hear. And of course, once again, it's bringing everybody together. It's making people feel part of such an important part of the night, and the bride and groom can feel like their guests have contributed to that last song, making it such a powerful moment. So once again, just like the first dance, they'll select which song they'd like to finish on, make selection, and then we can see the most popular song that's been selected. The last option of Discologic Live is Pick Vault, and I believe this to be the jewel in the crown. So basically what we do is we select Pick Vault. It will then load us up this screen which says, welcome to Pick Vault. Here you can send in your pictures straight from your smartphone throughout the night. Simply press select or take a photo below to get started. So we press select or take a photo, and instantly it will bring up my phone's camera or pictures I've already taken during the day. So in this particular circumstance, we'll take a picture. So now we can imagine we could be any of the guests taking a picture of the first dance or taking a picture of some funky dance moves on the dance floor. We simply take the photo, use the photo. It's then uploaded into Discologic Live where it will show a preview. We're then presented with lock it in or cancel upload. We lock it in. Now it's now been removed off of this smartphone and it's been put into Pick Vault. Now Pick Vault is only accessible by the bride and groom once they get back from their honeymoon or a few days after their wedding, and then they can look at all the pictures and do what they want with them. The idea behind Pick Vault was to create some fun, some laughter, some moments that have been forgotten. Everyone's taken that picture when they've had a few too many drinks, and we wanted to just create a space where everybody could take pictures. They could go into one location for the bride and groom, and the bride and groom can access them after and hopefully have a laugh. Two years ago, I introduced Event Hub, and I have to say it's been an amazing success. Here's a stack of Event Hubs just from the last couple of weeks that all need to be sent to clients with all their content on. Let's take a look at what it does. The first thing you do with your Event Hub is open the USB drive on the Event Hub and insert it into your PC or Mac's USB port. It will then load you up, or load our couples up, their personalised homepage. The first tab contains your digital contracts. The second tab is your terms and conditions, a little bit boring but very important. The third tab is their interactive questionnaire, basically giving our bride and groom the chance to be asked a number of questions just so we can deepen our knowledge on their personalities. The fourth tab is our music request tab. This gives the bride and groom the opportunity to give us their 10 must plays, 10 nice to hears and 5 please do not plays, giving us the chance to really understand their musical tastes. The fifth tab is the set list from this particular wedding, showing the bride and groom exactly what was played on the night of their event. The sixth tab is the live recording tab. This is one of the most exciting things about Event Hub. Event Hub will record the event live, so that any time in the future, the bride and groom can listen to their wedding exactly as it was on the night of their event. Tab 7 is our Event Pictures tab. This tab will store all the images from our photo booths or our fly-on-the-wall pictures, all the way through to our brand new PicVault pictures from Discologic Live, enabling our bride and grooms to access them, email them to friends, print them off, whatever they desire. Tab 8 is our Facebook tab. This takes the bride and groom through to our Facebook page at any point, giving them instant access to all the goings on at Discologic. I'm now going to show you a short video of how we can transform a room from an empty room all the way through to the evening setup. Please enjoy.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. Come on, like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance.
When you arrived, we had the wedding coordinator come up to us and started going to us, oh, the DJ wants to do this, but we're not ready for that, this, that and the other. He started panicking me. And I was like, well, hold on a minute.
It was a sound issue, wasn't it?
Well, that was a little bit further in, but literally before you even set up, or you'd set up, and he come up to me and panicking about stuff, and I said to him, hold on a second, I haven't even spoken to Richard yet. And then Richard came over to me, and you, and he said, listen, don't worry, it's all good. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do the other. And I couldn't believe the fact that you'd come over and you completely just calmed us down straight away. And that was just by you saying to us, right, he's saying this is what's going to happen. People turn up, you've got your evening guests turn up at 7 o'clock, you've got your first dancers at 8:30. I'm going to play some nice casual music up until that point because people will all be getting in, getting settled. You don't want anything banging out, which is what you were saying. And then it was like, right, we'll do your first dance, and after that, it's going to be an hour of like chill out because you're going to have your buffet come out, people will be eating, and the dance floor's not going to really kick off. And then it was just from that I was just like, and I just chilled out, and I just enjoyed myself. I asked you when our first dance was on if I could just say a few words, because I think all too often people come to weddings and they don't. All too often people come to weddings and you do your speeches during the day, and the people get to see what's gone on, and they see you get married and stuff like that, but they don't actually, they just turn up to an event and just crack on. Whereas I wanted to say a few words and just thank people for coming, and you were like, yeah, go for it. And you've done your little speech, like your DJ speech, which cracks me up.
DJ voice.
And I've been to weddings as well where the DJs speak all night long, but you literally just done those few things over our first dance, which was getting everyone up on the dance floor afterwards. And after that, didn't hear from you. And we've been to a lot of weddings, haven't we, over the years, and you get people going, oh, DJ's this, the DJ's that, or they didn't play this, I asked them to play that. I think we had 3 requests on the night. You played one of our favourite songs, 21 Seconds, twice, which goes down. I think our garage hour was only meant to be an hour, and I think it went on for an hour and 45 minutes because everyone was getting right involved, and you had plenty of songs there to back that up. But the thing that got me with you, Richard, was when I spoke to you time before the wedding, I said to you about our favourite song, but that wasn't our first dance. And it wasn't our first dance because it was too slow. But my lasting memory from our wedding day was you playing that song. I looked at you, you looked at me, I didn't know whether or not to dance with you or Justin. But yeah, that is exactly why. I work in a service-driven industry and understand what customer service is all about, and do what you say you're going to do, get back to people when you say you're going to get back to them. Don't give them rubbish answers or lie or make the truth up, fob them off. Just be honest and direct. And when I rung you up to say that we didn't want a dance floor, because obviously when you decide as a couple, we had a 1920s dance floor. When we were in there, we had all the lights, like the fairy lights. It was just all a little bit too much.
It wouldn't have needed it. Your dad's massive,
yeah,
like Mr. and Mrs.
But when I rung you up and I
yeah.
said to you and I explained that, you were like, yeah, no worries, this will be your price, blah, 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 done. I mean, we've had so many people comment on the music at our wedding. And they don't know who you are. They don't know.
No.
They don't know how much it costs or the effort that goes into it and all the work that you did and the work that we did. And I think a lot of people, when they fill out, we've done on our invites about songs that you'd beat Ed and Justine at a dance off to, what gets your 2 left feet moving and stuff like that. And people fill them in. And I've got to be honest, when I sent them off to you, I was like, oh, he'll pick which ones to play. He'll you'll choose as you're the DJ. But I don't know how you done it, but you managed to find a time for every single one of our friends' songs to be played.
Your responses to emails and phone calls was exceptional. Even if a couple of times I called you at random times and you were on your way to a venue, but you always said, I'm going to another wedding, I'll call you back, and you always call back.
I remember once I sent you an email saying, Richard, it's like 3 weeks to go, 4 weeks to go, like, is there anything that we need to do, blah, 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 this, that and the other, and I was like really getting in a panic, and you were like, emailed me back the next day, or I think it was the next hour actually, and it was like, it's all good, Ed. We've got this under control. I'll give you a call in the next week. I was like, oh, okay.